What? Okay. Hey, Hunter. Well, we just started. We just got live 5 seconds ago. Welcome on in, though. We're just getting ready. Yes, welcome in, everybody. We're about to get started in a few minutes. I should start recording from Audacity. 1, 2, 3, test. There you go. Yes, there you go. Exclamation standings. If you want to look at the standings for our Division 1 players, we're currently at 18 players in Division 1 right now. 2 parallel divisions. So, you'll love to see it. Hi, bye, says Arock the Fun. Welcome on in. Why are 2 Division 1... what? Why are 2... I'm guessing you're asking, why are there 2 parallel divisions in Division 1, but only 1 Division 1? That's because not a lot of people showed up. Or signed up for Division 2 that qualify for Division 2, whereas in Division 1, a lot of people tend to sign up, especially because we had a tendency of not relocating anybody for some reason. But no longer are those days, because players will be able to, if they don't play well enough, get auto-relegated from Division 1 back down to Division 2. So there you go. It's just a bit of a uneven sign-up that we had this season, which is why Division 2 is smaller than Division 1. Dan almost couldn't make it. He probably had a stroke when watching England play. By the way, yes, these are official matches. So, there you go. Yes, it is indeed showtime, so let's switch scenes here real quick. Yeah, there you go. Here are 2 players. If you notice why Myles' camera is really off, is because some weird thing going on with the NTC camera setup, so I can't really fix it. For some reason, there's like a black barrier where there's not supposed to be one, since he turned off his Ninja cam. So look at that. Look, there's just a black border there. I don't know why it's there. And I can't really move him to the left to the right, because if I do, then over the overlay. So it's unfortunate, but as long as you can see him, that's just how it's gonna be. Myles asking level 18 same piece sets. Oh, right. Hold on. Anyway, so I should go over the rules for this season, probably. That would probably be a good thing to do, right? So these two players can choose between 18 or 19 starts, but that's if both agree to it. In this instance, looks like Myles would prefer 18 starts, so that new rule will be basically void. Same piece sets are mandatory, so they are forced to play under the same piece sets rule. And rule number 3 is they will have the choice between increment or reroll. So if you take a look at the chat here, you can see that I rolled the seed for F388D. Increment is basically just increasing the first 2 digits of the seed, and that'll be basically the new seed for each game. Whereas reroll, that would basically be just completely creating an entirely new seed, so all the digits would be entirely different. So there you go. Myles wants a reroll. Macy, let me know if you want a reroll or a increment. If neither player can agree to a reroll or an increment, we'll be doing a coin flip to determine that. And that'll be for the entire set. So there you go. Myles wants a reroll. We'll see what Macy would prefer. We do have ready for Myles, though. And you're fine, Macy. You were on time anyway. Yeah, so that's going to be the seed for F388D. And Macy wants a reroll, so there you go. We'll be having a reroll for the entire set. The seed is pinned in chat. Once we get it ready from Macy, we can get started with game number 1. Yeah, we'll be doing 18 starts. And we have it ready from Macy, so let's get started with the first match of the event. Count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. There you go. Let's check it out. Going to be LJ Lombard Square J. So there you go. Same pieces are confirmed. Macy would be fine, right? Myles isn't green anymore, says wrongly. Welcome on in, by the way. Since match of the event, this is going to be your friendly reminder to head on over to Matcherino if you'd like to help contribute to the prize pool. We're currently at $70.28 right now. This stream, I'm definitely hoping to get you guys to potentially claim all 45 codes that we have remaining in this season. That would be very, very nice. It's completely free to do so, to claim a code. That'll be 25 cents per code claim. And it's a single click of a button. So yes, please help us out. Help our players out, really, because this is all going to be going toward our players while we try to increment that prize pool that's currently at $70.28. Thanks to contributions from Arbaro, Wintera, and somebody else. Yeah, Codis says wrongly. Yes, yes. Let me actually check the matcherino real quick, just so I can thank you guys. Let's see here. Let's see here. Who claimed the code? Who claimed the code? We got 2 codes claimed already by Stolen Shorts and Ronald Clifford. Thank you so much for claiming those codes. As both players in a bit of a situation right now. Macy needs to burn this down. Looks like it's a couple of double flips. Macy, a former tapper up until fairly recently, honestly. Bonsoir from France, says Sudo Canard. Welcome on in, everybody. And Myles in a bit of trouble right now. Needs something to solve this dependency. Needs something to the right side. We'll love it. Goes for the flat J. Oh man, needs something to the left. And those pieces are not showing up that he needs. And this is just going to be an early top out for Myles. Topping out. Macy is good for game number 1. So we'll be doing a re-roll. And there you go. New seed will be 22C5EA. For those of you just tuning in, if you're noticing why Myles' camera looks weird, it's because NTC. That's all you need to know. Yeah, new seed. Get it ready from both players. We can get started with game number 2. Where's Myles the crate at? Where the guy at? Where the fella? All I see is Myles. Who this Myles dude? Yeah, Stolen Shorts, first time chatter saying Sag. Welcome on in. Got it ready from Macy. Let's get started with game number 2. Count it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yes, thank you guys for claiming those codes for us. We're now at 43 remaining out of the 50 that we started off each season. We definitely want to get all those codes claimed by the end of the season, so that we can keep doing it for future seasons. Because if we don't that requirement of 50 codes, then we won't be able to do it anymore, which is not good. That's a free $10 and how much is it? $12.50 add into the prize pool, which is it's a good amount. And we're already starting off with a drought. Basically, with Lombard dependency on the left side. Solve that dependency on the left. Yeah, after this matchup, we'll be having DanV versus Somalian. Somalian having already played a match this season against Sodium, losing in a decider. So, at the very least, he has started off with 2 points, but would definitely love to help his relegation chances. Help avoid relegation by taking a win. DanV, top 32 in CTWC, former semi-finalist in the previous CTL season. Current world record holder in comp. Myles, how many? What's his PB? He's like a 12 million or something? 10 million? Like his PB just skyrocketed after being stuck at like the 4 and 5 millions for a while. Went from first game color to 10 million or something like that. I think he already crashed a game, didn't he? Or was he close? I know Tristop crashed. 189 for Myles, 171 for Macy. As I mentioned, Macy was a former tapper, got promoted from Division 2 to Division 1 using only tap, beating Mel, and I believe was a 4-3 decider win. So, flushed up the decider to get promoted to Division 1. Yeah, Myles did crash too, that's what I thought. Yeah, thanks for confirming, Sudoka Nard. I definitely know that Macy did not crash. 239 right now, 262 for Myles, 264 for Macy. Samuel Teese. That's Tetris City. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. in the YouTube chat. Bit of a double flip by the looks of it from Macy. Not really what you want to see. Very unfortunate, but is cleaning this up fairly quickly. Macy with the JP's dependency on the left side does solve the JP's dependency. Setting up a bit of a staircase right now, but has a pretty clean board by the looks of it. 359 now, 381. Count 343 for Macy. So fairly even scores here. Myles does have a 60,000 point advantage. And we're about 30 lines to go before we reach the first 29 transition. 29 transition, 19 transition. Boy getting ahead of himself already. Well, now 459 for Myles, 397 now, 419 for Macy, now 442. So Myles looking for a potential 600k transition, while Macy looks for a mid to high 500k with this efficiency. Go now 527. So 600k is still possible. Nice adjustment there with the long bar for Myles to accommodate that. I already forgot what piece it was, but it was a good adjustment. That's all you need to know. And Macy in a lot of trouble. This might just do it. And they hang the long bar. That'll do it. 451. Myles will take game number 2. So, gonna re-roll that seed. You'll see will be BF F9D7. And we got a ready from Macy. And a ready from Myles. So let's get started with game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Wait. Shit. Sorry. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry. I completely forgot about the countdown. We can I think we might need to restart. Yeah, we'll need to restart. That was dumb. Alright, it's fine. Four, 6, 3, 9, 7, 2. All numbers. I forget what kind of seed players dislike. Like if it's like the seeds that have all the numbers, or if it's like ones that just have like zeros or something like that. Yeah, once we're ready from both, we can do take 2. This is game 3. And we have it ready from both. Let's get started once again with game number 3. Counting it down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All numeric seeds are cursed. There you go. Let's see here. Z squared JJT. Yeah, I knew it was one of those types of seeds that people dislike. So I guess this is going to be a cursed seed, but who knows? Some people play better when the seeds are trash. 8 asking, did DanV already play? Noted, he did not. He's going to play after this matchup against Somalian, so if you wanted to tune into his match, you're just in time. I guess you're a little early. We're currently on game 3 of this first set. Both players have created early top outs. Macy around 100 lines in game 2. Myles with a very early top out, about like 40 lines in game 1. So we've yet to see a 19 transition this set. XPoop1 on YouTube asking the same thing, the DanV versus Somalian match finish, or unless this is the same person that asked on Twitch. But no, it's starting up after this matchup, so. Also, Blue Scooter doesn't play today, in case anybody wanted to know. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Blue Scooty did sign up for this season, luckily, so we'll be seeing him eventually. He's our current reigning champion, having won his first CTL last season against Gerald Freeman, who is a 2-time CTL champion. So, Scooty looking to go back-to-back in season 26. There they go. Scooter will be back in action next week. He's on vacation. I'm sure he's using his CTL money in the vacation. Going to those 5-star resort hotels. Jasmine saying, I'm also on vacation. I haven't watched Tetris in many days. Neither have I. I still haven't done anything on YouTube for a few days. So I just got tired for a bit. We're back in it. Currently editing the first match. I'm going to do a bunch of editing because I have to explain the rules and everything concisely. Myles in a bit of trouble here, but does set up a couple of J-tucks. Co-tuck there from Macy. Yeah, how is everybody's who lives in America, at least for those Americans here in Twitch and on YouTube? How did your 4th of July go? I didn't really do anything this 4th of July. I just kind of ordered pizza and watched movies and took naps. So really enjoying the patriotism there. I was experiencing a bit of a drought right now. 335 gets a llama for a Tetris 58 at 77 line, 348 for Macy. Yeah, that's typically what happens though after CTWC. It sounds like the American dream to me. Yeah, true. Yeah, it typically happens around CTWC. There's just not much going on. Players typically take some short breaks in between CTWC and the online tournaments. Especially with tournaments that require a lot of commitment like CTL, where if you guys aren't aware, this divisions are currently 18 players, so 9 players in a 2 parallel division setup. So the players will have to set up 8 matches this season. And I think it's still going to take 6 weeks for the regular season to finish. So there you go. No, shut up, Nightbot. That's not even the right... How do I edit? The bot says on YouTube 8 weeks. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Kingsman. How do I edit what Nightbot says on YouTube? Because the matcherino is outdated. .508 for Myles, 512 for Macy at 117 lines. So both players with a fairly even efficiency as we near the 19 speeds. Oh, thanks for fixing it, Kingsman. The king of mans. I hope Dog is using the time off to produce new songs, yeah. Dog did also sign up for this season. His brother Andy didn't though, so... Andy was also having a lot of wrist and controller issues there, so that pretty much makes sense why he would take a break for a little bit. Myles will transition at 583, 585 transition for Macy, so here we go, first 19 transition of the set. After 2 early top outs from both players. I think the thing I enjoy most about watching this matches is the look of pure joy on the players' faces, says Brock of Twitch. Yeah, you can tell they're having the time of their lives right now. It's their look of concentration, right? That's... Harry Hong pioneered the sweaty try-hard look in Tetris. Did you hear Andy's new song? Did Andy actually release a new song? Because I have not heard it. If it's not memes. 747 for Myles, 746 for Macy. So pretty even scores between these two. And somebody did contribute to the matcherino by claiming a code. I'll thank you in a quick second. Let's see. Why? Thank you for claiming the code. Adding 25 cents into the prize pool. Much appreciated. We're currently at 42 remaining codes. So it's just a single click of a button. And that'll add more money to the prize pool completely for free. Macy with a Lombard dependency. Looking to set up a potential... Yeah, looking to set up a potential center wall with a bias towards the right, and misdrops a bunch of pieces. That's just going to do it for Macy, topping out at 829. Myles takes game 3 and will be at match point for the next game. GG's. So you go the matcherino link down below. If you're on YouTube, let me try to copy paste that while Kingsman fixes the bot on YouTube. There you go. That's gonna be our new link for this season. If you'd like to help contribute, yeah, let's set up a new seed. I'm too nervous to have decent mechanics. Oh, it happens, Macy. If you're like me, the mechanics are not gonna get any better. But I'm sure with you it'll get better within time as you get more experience. So new seed will be 29. AED6. Let's give Myles his well-deserved heart. And we do have ready from Macy. And a Still waiting, and a ready from Myles. I was about to do the countdown on Twitch again like an idiot. So let's count it down for game number 4 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Not impractical by last Jonzo standing. I don't know what a Jonzo is. Jonzo. I'll just say Jonzo. I don't know what it is either. Let me actually Google what it is if it's an actual term. Well, I didn't get any help from Googling what that was, but I'm sure it's a really cool thing. Both players experiencing the same. Myles trying to open up and utilize that Lombard for a Tetris. DanV saying, hi, watching England. Probably going to be late. One would say, what's the point of watching England if you know they're going to get eliminated in the quarterfinals like they always do? Yeah, hope it's a good match. They're in the 120th minute. You're not going to be late. It's going to take like, what, 10 minutes to get the penalty kicks? penalty shootout. Nice Jade Pennis. Oh man, Myles with a bunch of misdrops. I was about to say nice J Tuck. So this is going to give Macy the opportunity to take a potential lead. Nice T-spin now for Myles. Oh man, Macy, what happened? I looked away for a second and just a bunch of, looks like misdrops and double flips, just looking from their stack alone. But they are surviving this right now, so it is gonna cost efficiency regardless, which is gonna give Myles the opportunity to take the lead, potentially. And Macy had nowhere to place that piece on the left. Had to create a couple of holes in their stack. And they're still burning. Oh man, this is getting very dicey for Tommy. Just kidding, but it's getting very dicey for Macy. Yeah, looking to survive this right now. Nice setup there to accommodate the L piece. And a nice dirty toucher from Macy. Very good survival there. Did cost a significant amount of efficiency, but they're still alive, and that's what matters. Is there a certain PB cutoff or ELO ranking that entitles a player to Division 1 qualification? It's really... There's no specific cutoff. I think it's more a... like a case-by-case basis. I don't think there's really been anybody who got promoted directly to Division 1 without playing Division 2 beforehand. Even if you have like a really, really big PB like Fury does with a 4 million PB, they're still like in Division 2, I think. I think they're in Division 1 now, but you know, most players, or at least almost every player, had to play through the lower divisions to get to where they are now. And Macy was in a bit of trouble as I was talking, but waiting for the long bar. Gets the long bar for Tetris. Both of us at T-piece, though. So, unfortunate. 292 counts 404 for Myles. Keep in mind, we do have a level 39 line cap, as somebody also claimed the code right now. So, let's see who claimed the code. Brock claiming the code now. We're down to 41 codes left to claim in the matcherino. Yeah, I mean, there's been exceptions, but I'm sure it's like very rare, and also it's a lot harder to figure out who would be an exception these days. Because like, you know, PB alone won't do anything. Masters is definitely a good indicator, like if they do well in Masters and CWC, but like, for the most part, nobody who... Pretty much everybody who does well in Masters has already played Division 1 before. There was even an instance of like Sidnef, who, granted, she did kind of throw her entire season, but she did get relegated to Division 2 back in like season 22, like 20 or 21. And of course, she did get promoted in the next season that she participated in, but yeah. 598 for Myles, 478 for Macy. So, let me actually see how the Euros are doing right now, just to check if DanV will actually be late. Oh, we're still on the extra time, so it doesn't like the end of the extra times. I don't think they've got a penalty shootout yet. Lovely. Macy does a bit of a misshot there with the J piece on the left side. Gonna be Tetris ready regardless and bangs on a Tetris. Now at 564, 657 for Myles, who's behind in the line count. And Macy at 567 ahead in line count by about a level and behind by 100,000 points and counting. So, as I mentioned before, we have a level 39 line cap, so Macy will have to hope for an early top out or just a lengthy dig from Myles. Imagine if I just start commentating the Euro Cup instead of the Tetris. Macy now 671 has done a good job at maintaining efficiency after that suffer 18 earlier on, but Myles doing the same thing, matching Macy's efficiency, so keeping that 100,000 point lead. Macy now level 26, 758. Looking good for a max out. I mean, won't max out into 29, but if their 29 play is good, can definitely max this out. And 29 speeds. Going aggressive, avoiding the triple and getting double flip for it. So after that, Myles will take game number 4 and will be taking his first win of the season. Just start screaming goal every time there's a Tetris, make it completely confusing. Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, Macy topped out too early for me to do that because they haven't even started the PK yet. There you go. Heart number 3 goes to Myles. And feel free to play it out. I mean, like, DanV isn't going to show up until England loses in the penalty shootout. So you can do some cool little shenanigans. Nice T-spin. Yeah, GG's to Macy for their first set in Division 1. I'm sure as they get more momentum and experience, they'll get better and better. Yeah, we did see his reaction. And of course, Master Champs froze. So there you go. We can't even see his reaction. God. I'm not ready for another season of this. I'm not ready. Both. Thank you for claiming a code. And Steven Vining. Thank you for claiming a code as well. We're now down to 39 codes left to claim. And a Nestor's Champs that I want to strangle. Let's look at the penalties. Oh, England scored their first penalty. That team needs... I mean, keep in mind, I'm pretty sure this was an intentional top-out because Myles looked away. Unless he just completely destroyed his board within the 3 seconds it took for him to play, which could happen. You know, it is possible. Oh my god, a lot of Steven Vining alts. I mean, not alts, definitely real people that are just coincidentally having the same names. Thank you so much for claiming 3 additional codes and now 4. Out of 35. Yes. Yeah, intentional top out. That's exactly what I thought. I'm so smart. Yeah, let's switch back to the slides while we wait for Dan, because he's still looking, he's still waiting, or still watching the Euro Cup. It's Steven with another code claim. Listen, legally speaking, I don't think I can say that you should be doing alts for claiming the codes, but if you so happen to do so, who are we to stop you, right? Like, what could we potentially do to stop you from using alts to claim all 50 codes, right? I mean, It's out of my hands. If it happens, it happens. I can't do anything about it. I'm just a 3 streamer. You know, I'm just a little guy. Those are all my accounts. Oh, thank you so much, Oath. Goated. We're now down to 34 codes left to claim. And England is up 2-0. Switzerland choked their first penalty kick, so that's fantastic. Is it coming home this year? Surely, right? 2-1. Hunter saying, I don't know, man. France is lucky AF. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. France just been not scoring. 3-1 now. Yeah. Do you think it'll be against the terms if I just listen to the match without showing the actual match itself? Probably will be. Probably shouldn't risk that, right? That would be a good idea. It would be against the terms. Well, who are you to judge? It's okay. I'll watch it right now. I'll just watch it. I'll see what's up. Hold on, let me look. England. I guess I'll just listen to this British guy talk about the penalty kicks. Oi, oi, pip, pip. Jolly good penalty shootout there. They're 3-2. Four-two. Four-three. If England makes this, it's over. England! Whoa! They won. They're in the semifinals. Brock got into... Thank you for claiming a code once again. 33 codes left to claim and counting. Oh, let's go! Something tells me we're going to be seeing DanV with a England jersey. I'm getting the distinct impression that's gonna end up happening. It's coming home. I'm setting up now. Listen, it's just the semifinals. It'll be okay. They'll lose to France or whoever else they'll go up against. So who realistically still has a shot at winning this? or like the big favorite to win this. I mean, France, just for the name itself, for everything that they've done recently, they're of course going to be considered the favorite in terms of just that alone. But in terms of performance, I feel like there's got to be somebody else that's just been doing better. Maybe Spain. Be Spain, England. I don't know about maybe the Netherlands. I don't know. I mean, yeah, those are the big four. But out of the big four, who's like the big favorite of it all, or like the big two favorites to make the finals? I haven't seen the brackets, so I don't know who's going up against the semis. Luigi with a ninja. Thanks, Somalian. So let me set up the ninja, set up NTC and everything, all that jazz. Actually, let me put Somalian in the other section. Nobody else here. Let's go! England plays the winner of Netherlands versus Turkey, so probably going to be England versus Netherlands. How commonly are level 19 starts agreed upon? Not very common. Because you would need both players to agree to it. And even so, if they agree to the 19 starts, it won't be for the entire set. So if they agree to 19 starts, it'll be like for each game. So if they agree to 19 starts, it'll be for game one. And then the other player might be like, hey, I don't want to do 19 starts anymore. I don't think we've ever done entire sets of 19. Unless for some reason it's completely different from the playoffs. But I doubt that. Who knows? Maybe it is. Regardless, it's not a very common practice. There we go. So we've got the captain of Somalians and the Weller of Dans. Just waiting on Dance Ninja and we can get started. So as commonly as England wins major international tournaments. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, even more common than that. Because I've seen a few 19 starts this year. I've not seen England win anything this year, so. Damn, these cameras pinned. That both players are ready. Let's set this up. There you go. Who's bringing me? Oh. So there you go. That's what the ninja camps are supposed to look like. None of that black border stuff from the last match. So I don't know. Bloody hell happened to Ninja last match, but looks fine now. Guys, if Spain meets the Netherlands in the finals, then there will be a cold war between Sinov and Messex. I mean, I don't know. I'm not against it. Is it 7-digit scoring? Sure. There's a new seed though. Let me know if we're gonna be doing increment or rerolls, and if we'll be doing 18 or 19 starts. Sodium, welcome on in, saying Dan, new haircut. Yeah. Look, have fun, Dan and Captain. And welcome on in, Torza. Just camp to the right. There we go. Alright, so DanV wants increment and 18. Oh, Somalian wants reroll, so we'll do reroll. Or increment flip. Heads or tails? Heads or tails? What it will be? Heads. Okay, we'll do a coin flip. And tails. Well, Dan won all anyway, so we'll be doing increment. Seed is pinned, so also I just noticed Dan isn't even wearing the jersey, so fake England fan for real. Oh, and look, a cameo. Wonderful. The cat cameo, yeah. If she's not gonna play, get her out of here. No, I'm kidding. We got a rating from both players, so let's get started with game number 1 in a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Let's see here. Jay, what the It's not right, it's Somalian. Someone did not set the right seed, and also it's 19 colors. For some reason. Drop out! Drop out. It wasn't even the right seed. Somebody messed something up. And whoever it is, I will... Just what I said as NTC was good. Oh, okay, so Dan's Tetris... Dan was on the wrong mode for Tetris Gym, and Somalian's NTC capture was messed up. So both of you... We're just going to cancel this match, give both of you penalty points, and move on. Is it just me or do I see JD and Dan? Yeah, Dan is baby JD confirmed. But we do have it ready from both players, so let's get started with take two, game one. Let's see what happens here. Things work out in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, it looks nice now. T, J, L, and S. Okay. Yeah, crazy thing is Dan is older than most people in the community. Were to ignore the 50-year-olds that still play this game. So that just about proves it. It doesn't matter how old you are. You just have to look 13 to be able to play like a top level 13-year-old. And Somalian score is messed up. 68,000 points for both, so it looks like Somalian's last digit just doesn't work. Dan is a middle-aged guy in the community. Yeah, he's older than me. Isn't that crazy? By about a year. I think. At least last I heard. Looks like 114,000 for Somalian. I'm going to be doing some mental math, aren't I? Dan at 90,000. 96,000. So it looks like Dan has the lead now. Actually, no, Somalian has the lead. Why do we do this? 121 for Somalian now, 144. 143 for Dan. See, and people on YouTube say that commentating Tetris is useless. It's not useless. This is going to be our one-time use, having to do a bunch of score checking to accommodate the bad calibration on the NTC. Probably using the 7-digit code. Lovely. 171 for Somalian, 191 for Dan. It's like both players experiencing the same drought at the moment. 28 pieces and counting. Dan in a lot of trouble. Oh boy, waiting for that long bar that's not showing up. 37 pieces, 38. That's the long bar or the Tetris. Now has to do some cleanup right now. Now at 210 is Somalian, 249 for Dan. Both players with Masy stack, Somalian having hung that L piece on the left side. Looking to clean this up as quickly as possible, because regardless, Dan is actually in the lead at 253 counts, 237 for Somalian. I think I said 333 for Dan. I meant 253, not 276. Trying to... Gonna be set up for a dirty Tetris. I'm gonna get the dirty Tetris. So there you go. Somali now at 305. Actually, both players basically tied by the looks of it. 307 count, 306. Oh, 36666. Scary. Anyway, since we're in a new match, this is gonna be another friendly reminder of our matcherino. If you'd like to help contribute to the prize pool, you can do so with matcherino. Link is in both Twitch and on YouTube. As I mentioned before, we're currently looking to claim all of our remaining codes as quickly as possible. We currently have 33 codes left to claim. And it's just a single click of a button, as Dan needs a single long bar to save this board. Let's get the long bar in time. So it's a single click of a button, and if we can claim all 50 codes, that'll be about $12.50 added into the prize pool completely free of charge. And of course, if you want to contribute with actual money, you can do so as well, but only if you are able to and have the means for it. 413 for Dan, 467 for Somalian. Somalian, shake your head if I'm wrong with the score count, because I'm just assuming that there's no 0. And if I'm right, don't do anything. That's if you can hear me. Probably can't hear me, so I'm just going to assume I'm right. 30-piece drought right now for Dan. Somalian experiencing the same drought right now. My God, 37 pieces and counting. Another hefty drought right before transition for Somalian, but manages it nicely. Richard says refresh NTC. Is that for the score or is that for the ninja cam issue I had the last match? Because I'm pretty sure he replied to me for the score. I'll do that next game though, then, because I'm not gonna reset the score right now. 595 for Dan, 611 for Somalian. I do not trust things to go smoothly if I do it mid-game. So now 639 for Somalian, 600,000 for DanV, as we are about level 21 for both players. Dan with a Lombard dependency on column 2. Now with the L piece dependency, solves the L dependency. It's going to be Tetris ready. And Somalian now at 696 at level 22. Dan gets the Lombard for Tetris now at 643. Solves that. Oh, it needs to solve the J dependency. Keep in mind, Somalian is tapping right now. Grip switcher typically switches grips before the 29 speeds. Sometimes it doesn't work. Other times, 744 for Somalian, 744 for Dan. Now 774. However, Dan is ahead in the line count, so this could look to be a potential pace advantage for Somalian. However, Dan has the advantage in terms of 29 play, even though both players are rollers or can roll. Dan has the better 29 PB, the better overall PB, has more experience with long-term 29 play. Somalian can still clutch up. Keep in mind, we do have a level 39 line cap, but Dan definitely with the theoretical advantage. Since we're nearing the 29 speeds now at 883 for Dan, 880 for Somalian. $19 right now for Dan, 951. And Dan can set up one more Tetris before the 29 speeds. Looks like he will be one off of a max out. I can definitely max this out in 29, but gets Lombard for a Tetris now with a max at 1.02. Somalian can set up 2 more Tetrises before 29 now with a max at 1.02. Looking for a potential 1.05 into 29. And his Tetris ready bangs on the Tetris. Transition with a 1.059. Dan with a 1.04. Needs him to left side. Might set up dirty. No, gonna go for the solve there. And Somalian's still going with this 29 play. Going for the safety burns though. Is ahead, but slightly by about 20,000 points. DanV with a 1.066. Somalian with a 1.08. So here we go. Dan's capture just kind of the rave right now. And Somalian in a bit of trouble. Gets a timely square piece. Looks to open up his right well. Bit of a misdrop there. Flat burn there with a long bar. Solves his dependency with a long bar again. Gets the long bar for a triple. And is gonna survive this by the looks of it. But Dan in a bit of trouble. Gets a TP to the left side. So clutch 5 taps there. Is ahead by about 10,000 points. 1.134. 1.13 for Somalian as Dan is a bit of trouble right now. But Dan is still going, and Somalian, this could do it. And we'll top out with 1.14. So, Dan, keep playing just to be safe, but I think you're good. But keep playing. 1.18. I assume Somalian topped out with a 1.14. That's definitely should be good now after that Tetris. Oh, I was right. Look at me. Best restreamer right there. There you go. Dan will take game number 1 with a 1.26. GG's. Wait, my 7-digit was unchecked with calibration. What? Okay, so I need to refresh NTC. How do I do that? I can just refresh the specific things, but I can't necessarily refresh. Let me turn off the calibration real quick and then refresh it like through OBS, and then we'll see how that works. Let's just see. Refresh. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna add DanV back and Somalian back. We're gonna give Dan his heart. And we'll just see if that works. Well, doesn't look like it works because Somalian's on level 18 and it does not look like 18. First 2-digit increment, by the way. Bro, it's time to just ban Somalian, honestly. We just gotta relegate him to Division 2 so that he never has to use NTC again. Can I get 3-0? Yeah. 3-7 points for Dan. Yeah. We got a rating from both players. Let's get started with game number 2. Coming straight to you in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's fine. It's just a regular season, and now Dan with the 1.3. I could honestly, right? Slam dunk myself against the window. What is this? What the hell is this? All right, now restart. Restart. We're not gonna do that. Restart. 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 Stop playing before I have a hernia. I could honestly. What? Virus. Everybody's just, the one thing we have left to do now is just my internet goes out and we're off for like 20 minutes. What happened? NTC happened. Let's just, yeah. Refreshing didn't really help. And I did it as well as I could. I also took everybody out of the calibration. E3, B0, C1, that was game 2, D2, E3, yeah, E3, yeah. E3. We'll just keep pinging that. E3. Dude, our Burroughs report is just gonna be an essay at this point. It's gonna be a novel. The Bible ain't gonna have nothing on the NTC report. Got it ready from both players. Let's get started with game number 2, take 2, match 2. In 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Let's see. Push down point. Somalian at 90 lines. If he transitions, if it looks like it's gonna transition at level 19, once he reaches 100 lines, I will personally go over to his house and just crash against his computer. 70,000 points for... It looks like the score is fine, so that's fine now. It's good. Everything's good. We're good. I love all of you. And nice fits there for Somalian, just for good measure. What is NTC? NTC stands for Naster's Champs, which is the program we use to capture the gameplay in HD. It is a open source program, I believe. That can work sometimes. 160 for DanV, 163 for Somalian. Where's that Tetris rate coming from? Says Bunny Bisbee. Where's it coming from? It's coming from somewhere. It's coming from our hopes and dreams. And Chill T1 MS, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Welcome on in. I am hungry. Nothing works up my appetite more than Naster's Champs calibration issues and Somalian topping out. Jesus, that was a grip switch of all time right now from Somalian. Is gonna be topping out. There we go. Now 261. Dan will take game 2. And here I was thinking we were gonna have. Oh, DanV is topping out. That's definitely an intentional top out, so let's put that in the stats team. Nice trout. Oh boy. Right, of course. Somalian actually had a 2.6. His 7th digit didn't calibrate again. Didn't register. We have it ready from Somalian and ready from Dan, so let's get started with game number 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. What? The actual holy moly? What the square Z long bar? I'm trying to remember what Somalian's pieces were. Nice fits. TJL square. Let's see. TJL square T. Okay, we're on the same pieces. Dan at 45,000, 40,000 for Somalian. So we are looking good right now. Pretty uneventful first 21 lines by the looks of it. And as I say that, Dan's setting up some very messed up dependencies and setups and stuff. Dan set up for a slightly dirty center wall. Macy saying, pros of playing against Myles. I'm gonna get used to comp again. Cons, I get clapped and now I feel very tired because of the pressure, though it's 9 p.m. Well, nothing wrong with a 9 p.m. sleep schedule. Sometimes I go to sleep at 9 p.m. if I want to feel like a responsible, normal adult. And then it only lasts like a night, and then I go back to like falling asleep at like 3 a.m. So that's doesn't really work out. Why didn't Blue Scooter play today? He's on vacation. Uh, 245 for Dan, 305 for Somalian, who has a slight pace advantage. Dan, in a bit of a situation, does get the llama for a Tetris. Gets a Tetris right there. 317 now for Dan. Somalian setting up a couple of tuck sequences. And gets the tucks in. 378, 325 for Dan. So very, very nice efficiency from Somalian. 81% Tetris rate. And that definitely looks right, 81%. Dan's doesn't look right, though. Ryan, this is going to be the final match of the night. First match was against Myles versus Macy. This will be the final one. Also, I did just realize I completely forgot to promote this in the super stream. Oh well. Dan sets up a T-spin, but now with a jagged board, very dependent on a couple of good pieces, and now flashes 25 colors out of nowhere. So just like that, Somalian has taken an 176,000 point lead. As we near the 19 transition, Dan in a bit of trouble right now, looks to survive this and keep his sweep chances alive. Somalian doing a great job here at maintaining efficiency and trying to make sure he doesn't get swept. Has already lost his first match of the season against Sodium 3-2. Would like to, at the very least, not finish the set empty-handed. Somalian transition at 6:49. Dan will transition at 4:55. Somalian level 20 having to do a bit of burning. But still in good hands. 200,000 points ahead is Somalian. 711 count, 491 for Dan, who's just not been having a good game right now. Very suffer seed for him. While Somalian has just been going ham on the efficiency. Continues to tap. Bit of a aggressive play there for Somalian, especially since he's tapping. He doesn't have a lot of leeway to move the pieces left and right. Builds up his left side, bangs on a Tetris, maintaining his 200,000 point lead. Definitely would love to keep this 200,000 point lead into 29 to give Dan a difficult chase down. Somalian hangs that S piece. Gonna have to do some burns, which is gonna give Dan the opportunity to catch up. But as I say that, he's also in a burning situation of his own, so neither player in prime position to score. It's basically a battle to see who will clean out their stack first. Hate saying, bro, I'm still confused how this dude can get rollovers and still have the drippiest fit. Well, he isn't even wearing like his England jersey, even though at the penalty shootout, like, heck, Dan, come on. It's 861 for Somalian, 683 for Dan. Is slowly but surely chipping away at this lead that Somalian has. Somalian's also clean, bangs on a Tetris, now at 893, potential for a max out into 29. Solves this J dependency on the left side. And now bursted with Lombars. Is Tetris ready? And both players banging down a Tetris. Somalian now level 27. 2 more Tetris before the max out for Somalian. DanV at 787. Somalian couldn't utilize that Llama for Tetris, having to do some burns. Losing a bit of efficiency, but still gonna max out soon enough. Looking for the roll switch. And now Dan is going ham on the efficiency, behind by 48,000 points as we're about to reach 29 speeds. Somalian with a max out, 1.01, 833 for Dan. Can set up 2 more Tetrises. Now 1 more after that burn. And Somalian transitions with 1.05. Dan transitions at 873. So could this be the final game of the set? Oh, or will Somalian clutch up game number 3 and avoid the sweep? Dan with a Tetris. 949 now behind by 118,000 points. Somalian still alive, going safe. We have a level 39 line cap, but just like that, Dan has brought this lead down to less than 100,000 points and counting. Still going ham on the efficiency with these Tetrises. Somalian looking to burn this down, looking to set up some Tetrises. Now only behind by 15,000 points is Dan. Just like that, it's caught back up. And now it's anybody's game. Somalian hangs the Lombard on the left side. Isn't getting the right set of pieces. Goes for the flat burn with the L piece. Needs the Lombard to the left side to solve this dependency. Doesn't hit the Lombard. Nice clutch 5 taps, but hangs a bunch of pieces. In a lot of trouble is Somalian as Dan has taken a Tetris lead. Somalian hangs a square piece, and that will do it. Dan will take game number 3 and will be taking the set and the sweep, and a nice 7 points. GG. So we're going to let Dan play this out, and while he does that, final call for Matcherino. Yes, good day for England today. If you'd like to help contribute to the prize pool and help claim some codes before we end the set, or end this event, that'll do it. GG's. We'll give the winner scene here for Dan. There you go. Why is this screen so small? You go, another Tatsugiri cameo. Why is the screen so small? What the heck? Yes. Very nice. Lovely celebratory hug. And just like that, we've now been banned for abusing for the terms of services. So there you go. It's the last event. Why is this ninja so small? I can't move the ninja. What the heck? There we go. For the thumbnail. Lovely. Alright. But that'll do it. Despite the content. God. Who is who's there to rate? Who is there to rate? Who are we rating? Anybody know? I'm using my phone here to check if anybody's streaming right now. Mari is streaming for the subathon. Let's rate Mari. Mari __712. This channel's intended for mature audiences. Oh no. Nothing says mature like Tetris. Alright. That'll do it, guys. Thank you for tuning in, for hanging out. Bye-bye.